Necrozma is obviously coming to Pokemon GO this summer for Go Fest, which is very exciting. Not only is Necrozma coming, but also the shiny form is coming as well, which makes it even more exciting for a grand slam of a summer. And I don't know about you guys, but I've had a little bit of a dull in the desire to go out and play, but it's totally fine because I'm ready to rest up and be geared to go to Go Fest 2024. Let me know if you guys are going to any of them or you're just going to play the Go Fest Global. But now let's get into how is Necrozma going to be in Pokemon GO, and then we're also going to talk about the wing as well as the main form of Necrozma as well, which might be the first time we see fusions being made into Pokemon GO, which would then mean that Kyurem Black and White could be coming very soon. Let's find out. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go. So are you guys excited about Necrozma and Pokemon GO? Kind of sitting in the middle for me personally, because I'm thinking either it could be good depending on the movesets, and more importantly, not really Necrozma, but that's the same thing as talking about Kyurem, because Kyurem used to not be good and we're like, oh, I can't wait for the white and the black versions to come out, but then they gave it a moveset and it changed that entire Pokemon spec right now. So as of right now, there are no moves found for this Pokemon that I've seen, but right now, Necrozma, let's go over it and let's talk about it, and then we'll talk about the wing and the main form, which would be the fusion between Necrozma and Solgaleo and Necrozma and Lunala in the game. So we'll see exactly how that works when it does happen, but that is definitely going to be something that I think is on the horizon here, which is very exciting for the black and the white Kyurem. All right, so here we go. Necrozma, it's an all psychic type Pokemon. Let's break down the stats. It's going to max out at 4,163, so it's not incredibly high, but it's also not a low Pokemon. It has an attack of 251, a defense of 195, and a stamina of 219. So this Pokemon overall, pretty good, honestly. It's not crazy high in the attack category, but it's also not crazy low. It's pretty well balanced. So let's continue on, because this Pokemon, since it's going to be Psychic, will be weak to Bug, Dark, as well as Ghost, okay? So there's a couple things that it can be weak, and it's going to single resist Psychic as well as Fighting. And as of right now, for the movesets, Cycle Cut and Confusion are the supposed fast moves, which I do believe these can change. And then the charge moves are going to be Night Slash, Power Gem, and Rock Blast. Okay, so as of right now, nothing too crazy in here. Do I think that this Pokemon could get a better moveset that could make it better in the game? I absolutely do, which we will also check out here. I'm going to give it just Psychic just to see when we do go over the best of the best and see the DPS times TDO and see where it does stack up with points there. And let's not forget that the shiny is out, and the shiny is kind of like a deep bluish black kind of color that you can get in the game, which I'm excited to see some shinies, especially new shinies, get released, and that Xurkitree is looking mighty enticing as well. I'm very excited about going after these raid battles for these Pokemon, because there's some very powerful Ultra Beasts out there, including the Xurkitree as well as the Kartana. So those are great times, especially during Go Fest, to go a little bit harder, especially when you do get some of the raid lover pass additions, and go for there. Okay, so let's not go any further beyond just Necrozma focusing on it. Remember, it's all Psychic type. So if you guys do not have a Mega Level 3 with a Psychic type combination, you need to have that. That's going to be very powerful. In specific, a Rayquaza would work very well, because that's going to cover Psychic, Dragon, as well as Flying. A great multi-purposed 3-tiered legendary going for the Mega. So please make sure to have at least a Mega Rayquaza at level 3 by the summer. Preferably, you would have multiple of them so that every day you can get a free Mega Evolution, but if you can't, totally fine. Okay, so let's check it out. DPS times TDO, and where does Necrozma sit with and without using Psychic? So starting off at the top, without Psychic, we're getting Confusion and Power Gem at the strongest move at 32.78, followed by the Night Slash at 30.2. All right, guys, so looking right off the bat, if we do take this into consideration and see that it's about a 32, 33, nothing above a 40, just a reminder, guys, we have Mewtwo, and the Mega is not out yet, but we also have Shadow Mewtwo, and that is extremely powerful in the game. This one, unfortunately, will not put up a fight until we can see where it does sit in PvP. But let's also see what happens if we do give it Psychic or another pretty good stab typed move and see what happens here. So Necrozma with Psychic is now going to be 39.73 and 39.21 with Confusion and Cycle Cut as well. So as of right now, guys, unfortunately, even with Psychic on the Necrozma as a regular form is not going to do too great in the game. But that doesn't deter me, because just as a reminder, guys, and I just want to give Randy a shout out because he's like kind of my Pokemon expert. I give him a shout and he helps me out. He said that in the main series games, you use an item to be able to get the fusion happening between Necrozma and either Lunala and Solgaleo, which then transforms it into a different Pokemon. Same thing would happen if this is how it is introduced, which I think is a perfect time to be able to do so, would be for the black and the white Kyurem. You have the Kyurem, and then you have Reshiram, and you have Zekrom, and you can combine Kyurem with each of those in a fusion, and you will be able to get the black and the white. So hopefully, whatever they do, whether it be some type of evolution item, whether it be some type of combination, whether it be a move set where you have to unlock it, whatever that is, I'm excited for it because these forms look very cool. So it's the same typings as is Solgaleo and Lunala, but they are slightly different here, which would definitely include different movesets which are not released yet. But let's start off and see what they're at. First off, we have the Dawn Wings, which is an amazing looking Pokemon. It is going to be Psychic and Ghost type. Remember, it does stay the same exact typings. This Pokemon is maxing out at 4,634 with an attack of 277, a defense of 220, and a stamina of 200. So evenly keeled, more on the attack category, very impressive. This Pokemon is going to be double weak to two things, which is going to be number 1, Dark, and number 2, Ghost. It will triple resist fighting, double resist normal, and single resist poison and psychic. So this Pokemon, pretty impressive, but it is weak to two things that are pretty common attackers in the game. And as of right now, they have not put any movesets in there, and it looks like it's staying with the exact same movesets of the double psychic and the power gem, the rock blast, as well as night slash, which for sure we're not going to have 3 different types of Pokemon having the same moveset, so it will definitely change up here. And let's not forget that we have the Dusk main Necrozma, which is going to be the Solgaleo and the Necrozma combined. This one is going to be a psychic and a steel type combination with the exact same stats, maxing out at 4,634, quite large, 277 for the attack, 220 for the defense, and 200 for the stamina. This one's going to be weak to Dark, Fire, Ghost, and Ground for a grand total of 4, and it's double resistant to Poison and Psychic, and single resistance to Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Rock, and Steel. And once again, unfortunately, the moves stay as same. And if we do want to check out the shinies, I think that the Wing Necrozma already looks really cool. When it goes into the shiny, pretty cool as well with the blue and the pink kind of hue-ish combination. And the Dusk main also looks really cool, but the shiny is also very cool as well. So now let's put the Dusk and the Dawn forms coming into the game against the regular Necrozma and see with the same moveset which one is going to shine. So with all of these combined, just to see which are the strongest, obviously we have the Necrozma Dawn Wings and Dusk main at 40.92 with the Power Gem combination from the regular Necrozma at 32.78. So these Pokemon do go up 8 points to go all the way from the regular Necrozma into the Necrozma with the combination fusion hybrid. All right, guys, so looking at that is heavily going to depend on the moveset. These Pokemon could be extremely good meta attackers. They could definitely have a good place in PvP, but we will have to be patient and see what the moveset is. But you saw the stats. They look really good. They're cool. The shiny is going to be out. The question is, will we be able to get the fusion during Go Fest? Maybe during the actual global tour. That's going to add something. Maybe you can build up along all the way, and then you can learn eventually how to do the fusion. And then eventually, will that lead to black and white Kyurem in the game? And if so, when do you guys think that will come out? Maybe this year. If the fusions are introduced this year, I think that we'll get that fusion as well. So thank you guys as always. Love and appreciate you guys. Thank you to all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, participation, to level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.